Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail! The Scottish football scene might be on the verge of a seismic shift, lads and lassies. There's a rumour bubbling up from the east end of Glasgow that's got tongues wagging from the Gallagate to Govan. Word on the cobblestone streets is that Sir Tom Hunter, the billionaire entrepreneur who made his fortune in trainers and retail, has quietly tabled an audacious record-shattering bid to buy Celtic Football Club. Let that sink in for a wee moment. A man whose net worth reportedly exceeds $1 billion is now said to have set his sights on the green and white half of Glasgow. It's nae just a rumour in the pub either. It's becoming the kind of whisper that feels too loud to ignore, sources close to Hunter's inner circle, albeit anonymously, have hinted that talks have been quietly underway far from the media spotlight, and there's even murmurs of a complete reimagining of Celtic's global brand. Sir Tom's love for Scottish football is well known, but this level of investment, it's unprecedented. If the speculation proves true, we could be looking at a future where Celtic's financial firepower dwarfs even that of the English Championship's elite, never mind the domestic competition. But let's dig into why Sir Tom Hunter would even consider such a bold move. The man is no stranger to ambition. He took a small sportswear business and turned it into a global retail empire, later selling it for hundreds of millions. Since then, he's focused on philanthropy, investing in education, entrepreneurship, and Scottish innovation. Yet one passion has always lingered in the background: football. It's said that Hunter sees football not just as a sport, but as a vehicle for cultural impact and social change. Celtic, with its proud Irish-Scottish heritage, massive fan base, and storied history, represents the perfect platform for that vision. He's reportedly fascinated by the idea of turning Celtic into a European powerhouse, not just in terms of performance on the pitch, but in branding, infrastructure, and global presence. Those close to him suggest he views Celtic as the sleeping giant of European football, and he may be ready to pour unprecedented sums into waking that giant. Imagine a Parkhead with a modernized stadium, state-of-the-art training facilities, and marquee signings worthy of Champions League contention every season. That's the dream, and it's got many Hoops fans buzzing, cautiously, but buzzing nonetheless. Still, there's always two sides to every coin, and not all fans are jumping for joy at the thought of a billionaire stepping in. Celtic, after all, is more than a club. It's a symbol, a culture, a history steeped in working-class pride and identity. The Green Brigade and other supporters groups have long voiced concerns about modern football's drift toward corporatism, where profit margins sometimes overshadow passion. If Hunter's bid is indeed real, then questions will be raised. What's his true motive? Will the soul of the club be preserved, or will it be repackaged for global appeal? Are we talking about a man who wants to elevate Celtic while respecting its roots, or one who sees it as a shiny new asset for his portfolio? These are the anxieties murmuring among supporters in the stands and in the online forums. A billionaire owner can bring glamour, but it can also bring upheaval. Rangers fans watching all this with wary eyes know all too well how turbulent ownership transitions can be. For now, the Hunter bid remains unofficial, unconfirmed, but the very idea of it has already stirred debate across the Scottish footballing landscape. Insiders say the proposal on the table could be in the region of $400 million, a staggering figure in the context of Scottish football. If true, it would not only make it the largest takeover in Celtic's history, but it would also eclipse many English Premier League acquisitions. That amount suggests Hunter isn't just looking to become a passive investor, he wants control, full control. The kind of control that reshapes boards, appoints new directors, and lays down long-term strategic visions. The current Celtic board, historically conservative in financial matters, may well be tempted. After all, the Champions League carrot remains elusive despite domestic dominance. What Hunter reportedly offers is the financial muscle to make Celtic consistently competitive at Europe's top table. Add to that a potential overhaul of the club's global marketing strategies, and you begin to understand why some in the executive corridors might be listening. And yet there's a lingering sense of disbelief. Can Scottish football really play on the same financial field as the continent's heavyweights? With Sir Tom at the helm, some think it just might. This also raises broader implications for the Scottish Premiership as a whole. If Celtic were to suddenly gain access to a financial war chest, the likes of which the league has never seen, what would that mean for the competition? Would it widen? The gap between the Old Firm and the rest even further Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, all striving to build their own narratives, might struggle to keep pace. Even Rangers, despite their own European ambitions and increased commercial revenues, could find themselves playing catch-up. The balance of power could shift dramatically. Then there's the inevitable pressure it would place on the SPFL itself. Would the league adapt to this new reality? Would we see more aggressive moves toward a cross-border league, or perhaps an acceleration of talks around Celtic and Rangers joining the English football pyramid? These aren't just hypotheticals anymore, as Sir Tom Hunter-led Celtic might push the boundaries of what's possible in Scottish football. And that could force the entire ecosystem to evolve, whether it's ready or not. Now let's talk about timing, because that's where things get even more intriguing. Why now? What is it about 2025 that makes this the right moment for Hunter to make his move? Some say it's the convergence of several factors: the club's strong domestic form, rising tensions among supporters regarding board decisions, and the post-pandemic reset that has made football ripe for innovation. There's also whispers that Hunter believes Celtic have plateaued commercially and need a visionary at the helm to ignite a new era. With new media rights deals, the explosion of online fan engagement, and the ever-expanding influence of football content on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, there's a sense that the game is changing, and Hunter wants to be at the forefront. He sees an opportunity to build a digital-first football empire, with Celtic at the center, connecting to fans not just in Glasgow or Donegal, but in Dubai, Detroit, and Delhi. For him, this might not be about owning a football club. It might be about building a global community under the Celtic banner. Ambitious, aye, but not impossible. In terms of footballing operations, a rumored proposal includes massive investments in scouting, youth development, and a European-style sporting director model. Hunter reportedly wants Celtic to rival the likes of Ajax and Porto in terms of developing talent, not just relying on Scottish prospects, but expanding the club's scouting network across Africa, South America, and Eastern Europe. There's even talk of forming feeder partnerships with clubs abroad, creating a Celtic footballing network akin to what the City Football Group has done. Imagine young players from Nigeria or Colombia donning the green and white because Celtic becomes the best stepping stone in Europe. That's the level of vision being whispered about. Again, nothing is confirmed and no one from Hunter's camp has gone on record. But the nature and detail of these leaks suggest where there's smoke, there's fire. And if this blueprint becomes reality, it could transform Celtic from a big fish in a small pond into a whale navigating the ocean of global football. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Of course, it's worth mentioning the cultural side of this bid. Sir Tom Hunter is a proud Scot. He's invested millions into improving education, entrepreneurship, and public health across the country. This isn't an American hedge fund swooping in for a quick buck. If the rumors are true, this would be a man with deep roots in the nation taking stewardship of one of its crown jewels. That changes the narrative significantly. There's a romanticism to the idea of a successful son of Scotland coming home to take the reins of its most storied club. Could this be the ultimate passion project? Perhaps. Those who know Hunter say he's not motivated by vanity or ego. He's already built his fortune. What drives him now is legacy. And few legacies in Scotland loom larger than that of Celtic. Football club. Owning and elevating it could be the pinnacle of his lifelong ambition. An act of national pride as much as business acumen. And for many fans, that adds a level of authenticity and reassurance to what might otherwise be seen as a corporate takeover. As this rumor picks up steam, the reactions from the footballing world have been varied, from skepticism to excitement, and everything in between. Rival fans are naturally watching with a mix of envy and suspicion, while some neutrals see this as a potential spark to rejuvenate Scottish football as a whole. Former players and pundits are beginning to chime in, cautiously speculating on what a Hunter-led Celtic might look like. Some believe it could be the start of a golden era, a club finally punching its weight on the European stage. Others worry it could create an unbridgeable gap within the league, ruining its already fragile sense of competitiveness. The truth, as always, lies somewhere in the middle. What is clear is that this rumor isn't going away. In fact, it's growing. And with every passing day, more and more people in and around Celtic Park are starting to ask, what if? What if this really happens? What if the next chapter of Celtic's storied history is written not by tradition, but by transformation? One of the most fascinating aspects of this rumor is how it's caught fire without a single official statement. Not a press release, not a tweet, not even a denial. That silence is deafening. Normally, when wild speculation arises, clubs move quickly to squash it, but not this time. Celtic's hierarchy has remained tight-lipped, and Hunter himself has offered no public comment. That in itself has fueled the intrigue. Is this the calm before the storm? Are discussions happening in boardrooms and back channels? Even as we speak, insiders claim the legal teams have been activated and due diligence is underway. If that's the case, then we might be on the cusp of something monumental. But until ink meets paper, it remains a rumor, albeit the most thrilling rumor Scottish football has seen in decades. For now, all we can do is wait, speculate, and wonder whether the man who once sold shoes to the world is now about to buy the soul of Celtic. So here we are in the middle of the summer with transfer windows open and friendlies underway yet all. The talk in the pubs and podcasts is about boardroom dealings and billionaire dreams. Whether you see this as the dawn of a new Celtic empire or a gamble with the club's soul, one thing's for sure: the story is far from over. If even a fraction of what's been rumored proves true, the next few months could redefine not just Celtic but Scottish football itself. From the terraces of Parkhead to the halls of Holyrood, this is the kind of saga that grips a nation. And whether you wear the hoops, the blue of Rangers, or the maroon of Hearts, it's a tale too big to ignore. Sir Tom Hunter may or may not buy Celtic, but he's already bought our attention. Stay tuned, folks. This could be one for the history books. Hello fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.